Welcome back! I'm back. I had definitely lost my filming mojo, and because I did the 3 peaks and did a bit of GoProing last weekend, which you may have seen on the channel, clearly not the normal content that would be on there, but I felt like, what the hell, I'll give it a go. I'll do a bit of filming today. So I'm at the runway. I think I've got enough space to take off. It's pretty big at Honington and Suffolk, so I'll catch you in the air. Well, it's a nice day in October. Not too bad when you get to mid-October and you're still able to fly. So I think today I might cover a little bit about why I think it's good for paramotor pilots to paraglide, or certainly for me, on my experience. But I've been flying this bad boy now for 5 years. Been flying total for 8. I've just pulled the spark plug on it, had a look, and it's looking lovely chocolatey brown. Got 360-ish hours on this now. So, got plenty of runway. Wings laid out. A Hadron 3 20-meter. Clip up. There you go. That's why I keep it, because it just behaves and does what I ask every time. I don't think I've had an issue starting it for 3 years, and then it was a issue with the bearings in the drive shaft were starting to go, so which I was ignoring. Got the wing laid out lovely, into winds that way, and I'll come back on takeoff. And today the wind's very predictable, which is nice, so not too much of a run. Oh yeah, and we're up. Nice. Check the wing, make sure everything's good. Always do the upper wing check. Yep, all looks good. Well, it's a grey day, but it really is quite lovely to be up here. I did have a chance to go paragliding today at one of the tow clubs, but decided against it, and I think I made the right call, because this blanket of stratus is not really going anywhere. It's pretty stubborn. So I was talking earlier about why I think paramotor pilots, if you started out paramotoring like I did, why I feel that transitioning onto paragliding is a really good thing. Good thing for safety, good thing for confidence under the wing, and a good thing for a bit of a different challenge. So, I mean, I appreciate everyone flies differently. I fly a lot of cross country, which some people would think is just boring. But so, you know, I get up, I choose a calm day, conditions quite controlled. Generally, like most paramotoring we'll do in the mornings or evenings, so we're avoiding the thermals. And even though I've got a pretty sporty wing, 103, Dudek 103, and I fly it at the top end of the weight range, I think the main lesson for me over the last year was that that had lulled me into a sort of false confidence that I could cope with the wing in pretty much any situation. But the fact is, I fly this setup in very benign conditions generally. So when I transitioned over to paragliding, the first time I went into a really strong spring thermal and it almost flipped me upside down, frankly I crapped myself. So I wasn't prepared for that, even though at that point I'd had 4 years paramotoring and felt like, you know, I was on my second wing. I felt like I'd done quite a few trips overseas to different places as well, but what really brought it home to me was doing the SIV this year in Turkey in May. Did that with Free Flight Academy. So what I realised quickly on that course was that I wasn't aware of the performance capabilities of my paragliding wing. I wasn't aware of just how high G it could pull in a fully developed nose-down spiral. I wasn't aware of how violent the collapse can be and how quickly that can go out of control into quite a dangerous situation unless you know how to respond to it. And so for the first 2 days on that course, I was pretty shocked at how little experience I realised I had compared to how much I felt I had. So my experience gradient was pretty steep at that point, because I realised I'd had a bit of a wake-up call. And that's partly flying with instructors who've got thousands of hours, a lot of that time in the Alps in Brazil, Colombia, South Africa, you know, some really dynamic environments. They've flown in World Cups, and their humility and safety and precision, you know, always land on your feet, always land, turn around, face the wing, make sure you bring the wing down under control, you know, all of those things, that discipline. And I realised that I'd been getting a bit lazy and a bit complacent through the paramotoring. So that's one of the reasons why I feel that taking up paragliding has opened my eyes to not just the excitement of a different challenge, and staying up in the air just with thermals to hold you up is pretty challenging. It requires, I can come up on the paramotor and I can cruise around, relax, chat, do what I like. On the glider, when I'm flying cross country, I am fully focused, completely focused. When I get to the top of a thermal and I then start to glide to the next, I'm constantly scanning for the next possible thermal, where it might be, what the triggers are. So my longest flight this year, I think, was 3.5 hours, and I was knackered after that. So hats off to those cross-country pilots that are doing 9-10 hours sometimes on the big cross-country days. I don't quite know how I'd have the mental capacity to cope with that. I've realised that I've got so much more to learn on that side of the sport, but paramotoring gives me the ability to come out on a day like today and just enjoy flying around. What do you think? Are you only a paramotor pilot? Have you considered paragliding but think that the journey is too long and protracted? Do you not live anywhere near hills like me? There are solutions out there. So I'm just about to fly over one of the biggest masts in the county. I think it's 1,200, 1,300 feet. I'm at 3,000. So almost, well, I am double its height. But this is the one that I used to get vertigo flying over that. Like, I never have any issue with heights until I flew pretty close to the top of this and looked down the length of the structure, the mast, and I was like, whoa, that just made me so dizzy. So I've been flying 45 minutes, got some of the clouds coming in with the sea breeze, and with the River Devon, Woodbridge in the distance, and I don't know if you can see it, but I can see the cranes of Felixstowe, which are about 20 k's, 25 k's away. So, just looking at my flan, which is showing 2,400 AGL, so I'm twice the height of the mast, but it's very deceptive. Big enough landing spot, we will see. Oh. Nice and quiet. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, I came in a bit long. Dear me. Right, Lee, what did you teach me? Wing down on its tips. On the tail, edge rather. So that was a great flight. Did an hour 45, 80 kilometers. Got within 25 k's of the coast, but it was just a nice day out. Anyway, see you next time.